Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures! And you might hear the elation in my voice, but this is the first time in a long time that I have not had to worry about Japanese school homework. Oh my god. So yeah, my kids graduated after 10 years. My son has been going for 10 years. Back and forth every weekend for 10 years. And it's finally we have a moment of freedom, and I just absolutely savored it. And I had a bunch of stuff painted, and Sparkletrout has a bunch of stuff painted. So what better way to celebrate it? And with oh, you know what? St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner. I should totally paint some green stuff. I should do that. Anyway, I'm rambling at this point. But yeah, we both were busy painting stuff. So I've got another Kyoshineko miniature samurai Ronin type dude who probably needs a little bit better matte sealer, and I just noticed he's got this nice white streak that I managed to get on his sword. I did an awful job on his face, but that's okay because the way his hat is, if he's on the table, you're not going to really notice, but that sword is definitely going to have to get fixed up there. I mean, slowly but surely, I have been chugging away at just non-stop samurai stuff, and I've tried to make sure everything is on 25 millimeter bases so that way I could use the round bases with the extra slots in them from Warlord when they were doing Test of Honor, since I've got a bunch of them, and I think I actually have another starter set coming in the mail at the moment, so even better. I don't know if I showed off, but there were a bunch of cool remixed models that one of the community members did, where they took a lot of the basic bodies from the Kyoshineko stuff and actually went and made a whole bunch of Legends of the Five Rings type models out of them, and even have like the little clan symbols. It's hard to see, but it is there. Dragon clan and all that. Anyway, if you like the samurai stuff, do check it out. And I know this month in March, at least as of the time that I'm filming this, they had a really cool set of dwarves if you're into that too. So you might want to check those out. All right, what else did I paint? I got another Resin Warfare rat done, the Verminous Horde. Very simple paint job, but it worked out pretty decently, and I think from a tabletop standpoint from far away, really gets the job done. Nice, gross priest type. Could I do more for it? Absolutely. Am I going to? Probably not. I should have a video coming out on all the various verminous horde, I don't remember what it was called, but anyway, from Resident Warfare. I've been messing around with a lot of their assassin slash ninja slash samurai kits, which have been a lot of fun, so hopefully I can do a video on those. And I have some that I've almost finished painting as well to continue the samurai theme, even though I kind of had to stop off there for rats. What was this guy? He was called like Eldest Brother or something. He was a early Ronin model from the second edition Risen Sun phase of Bushido from GCT Studios, and I'm now realizing I didn't paint the clasps all over him. Shucks. But you guys know me in the Oni. Woo. Gonna have more members for the club, right? Everybody's got to have a big Kanabo to swing over their shoulders. That's a Cobra mode one I showed earlier in Artisan Guild. If you're keeping track. I've shown them before, though. Something I haven't shown in a while. This is a Yadaro Lion Man. This was the actual resin kit. I had no idea what to do with him. He looked very paladin-like, so I thought blues seemed appropriate. I wanted to do him in reds, but I couldn't ever figure out what I wanted to do. I'm not 100% satisfied with the color choices, but, you know, from a distance, it looks pretty decent. It was a fun model to paint, though. I wish they'd do more stuff like that. I think they've got some really nice sculptors that work with them. They need more of that stuff. And then I went down a majorly deep rabbit hole of building myself a drone army. So you'll see some of the stuff that Sparkletrout's been working on, as we both have a bit of a Cold War going on in arms race buildup once more. This isn't the first time we've done this. But I was checking out some of the Piper Makes stuff, and they had full-on drone infantry of every type imaginable for the greater good out there. And I was like, that's one of the things that's always pissed me off about the Tau. They've got all these cool, flying mechs, anime weaponry, and all this stuff, and they have a bunch of guys running around in barely, armored bodies. So we've got, for whatever reason, the Piper Make stuff all have multiple arms, which, me, I mean, if you've seen this channel before, that's I love that. So I'm like, this is so something I need to be printing. And just the options. So there's no such thing as a Piper Makes single piece print. You're going to be building, and I mean literally building these things. All the joints, they're superposable. I think this is the closest I did to a regular unit, and I just slopped paint on. And I'll be honest, I didn't really do a nice job of even printing these, but that's okay, because I just wanted to get things started. I went ahead and we had to have our badass swordsman model. I didn't know where to put all those scabbards, so they went on his thighs. But I love the fact that they even made that torso. Very cool. Sadly, I didn't realize until after I'd glued it and started painting it, that's the wrong-sided arm, but it works okay. It works all right. And he actually keeps his balance. And I'm going to be having a bunch of drones and greater good style soldiers, I got to have some suits, right? So we went ahead and tried printing a suit as well. And I am absolutely 100% sure this is not game legal, what kind of armament it's carrying, but I don't care one bit. Not at all. Sorry, guys. I love the fact this is their, I forget the name of this suit. They're all like fish-based. But this was like a thicker, more armored version of the basic one. I think the basic frame battle suit was called the Koi. Very anime-ish with those bulky proportions, but this is the heavier one. One of the things I don't like about this one, but the basic, more modern, updated kit actually is better about this, is the lack of a rear toe to help just balance out that body. It's very top-heavy, and it's very minimally supported. This is an older model, so that's something to be aware of. I have quite a few of the newer kits that I've been messing around with, and those at least have a lot more sturdy support on the ground, so that's very nice to see. And not to be outdone by my arms build up here, and I mean, if you saw my workspace, I've got all kinds of printed drones and suits. Sparkletrout is continuing to work on his Maker's Cult Black Knight Recon / Gears of War Scouts. Came out quite nice. I want to say the others actually had visored helmets. Maybe it's my imagination. I could be wrong. It's a nice marine type model. But what he really had fun with was Dork Factory models. I love the brain sticking out of that skull for this servitor type guy. He's just a swinging away. He's got places to be. Out of my way, peons. Pop. Whereas he has another strutter here. Does this one have a visible brain? Not as much. But I thought that was a cool touch. Very thin models, so be very careful when removing these from the supports. So yeah, I'm thinking we're having a space fish mech suits versus an assortment of mechanical consortiums. And here is another Dork Factory model. I know Sparkletrout loves these things just for how bizarre they look, and I can't blame him. They are pretty fun. I forget what the exact model is, but I will have links down below, as I always do, for any of these things, so you can check out Dork Factory's My Mini Factory section. And this one we realized, I didn't even know that there were double-jointed, reverse-jointed legs in the file mix, so he's like, get more of those. This is like perfectly... It's a bit small if you wanted to do like a Rust Stalker type, but we're going to have to get some more of these guys printed up for sure. There's some machine gun there. And then to round things off, yet another Maker's Cult model. We have one of their Dark Axiom, like evil Mechanicus type troopers. They had done some dark mech or whatever they wanted to call there. I don't remember the names right now, and it's been such a long weekend after having gone through all that graduation stuff. I don't remember anyways, but you can find all the links, and like I said, we'll have those down there below. You can check it out yourselves. But they had done some evil, chaos, tainted AdMech type guys a while back, but these are their new ones, and these are so much nicer. Not that the old ones were bad, but these are more, I think, in line with actual AdMech stuff. I was telling Sparkletrout, though, to me, it screams Iron Grenadier, if you remember old school G.I. Joe stuff. I think it's just the helmet. The helmet and the very reddish scarf there. I was telling him what he needs to do is get himself a full-on Destro type Magos type leader to lead all of his machine troops into battle. And then last but not least, if you looked at the thumbnail, you probably saw this, is this massive hunk of a beast. I mean, yeah, it's pretty damn sexy looking, but also it is a hunk of resin. And the crazy thing is I hollowed this thing out for him, but it feels like seriously like a brick. Now, I don't want to throw it and break it because I know he said it was a pain in the ass assembling it because there was some shrinkage in certain areas. I know specifically down here somewhere there were areas that he had to fix. But I mean, just nice, dirty, nasty, chipped. It's got the look. I mean, even on the sides, it feels almost like there's like metal components in there with his Raptors logo on it. I don't know if he's actually painted any Raptor units in a while, but this tank is an older out-of-production model from Soul White. Again, I'll have a link. There is a newer, updated one, I know, on my Mini Factory, because I was looking at it, trying to remember the name, and I forgot it anyway. But you can find the link down there and check it out. And I'll probably post all this stuff at some point when I can take a breath and get my brain readjusted to daylight savings time. Over the next few days, I'll post all that stuff on Instagram too, so you can all ogle his nice paint jobs in comparison to my blah, but at least decent tabletop standard ones. Well, also, since I'm wrapping this up now, have that link down below for our Patreon page. If you enjoy this channel and like what we see and want to support us, we are always appreciative of that, and to everybody else out there who is subscribing and watching me blabber on about whatever has tickled my fancy at the moment. So yeah, those links are down below. Check them out, and I am going to bid you all a fond farewell. With that said, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we will see you back here soon. Bye-bye.